Continue to cosplay. Your cosplay is beautiful. You worked hard on it. It's a reason why you enjoy and embrace that character that you are dressing up as. Continue to do what it is that you have to do in order to make yourself happy. What is going on, guys? It's your girl TattedPoodle, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little bit different than what you guys are used to seeing. As of lately, you guys have been seeing me show like gaming content. So I haven't really been doing any like cosplay stuff, but that's all going to change, especially in this video. Today's topic is going to be actually a serious one. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have actually been introduced to me by, me being a cosplayer. Whether you met me at conventions, or if you've seen me online, or if you've seen any of my streams where I'm doing cosplays on stream, you more than likely know that I am a cosplayer, besides being a streamer and content creator. So these videos that I want to do, I want to kind of bring light to a lot of situations that a lot of people don't talk about. And I want to make sure that at least my audience gets a clear understanding of how I feel about some of these topics that I'm giving off. Mostly surrounded around being black and cosplaying. As being a black cosplayer, a black female cosplayer, it can be kind of complicated when it comes to cosplaying as a hobby when you have people on the internet trying to tear you down. I've had my own situations and altercations as far as online. Luckily, nothing that was at conventions, but it's one of those things where I found out at a very early age of starting to cosplay that it was the norm, and I feel like that's a problem. That's a serious problem. The first time that I actually cosplayed and I had a situation where it just felt like I didn't want to cosplay anymore was when I did my Rock Lee cosplay. It seemed like when I did that, I was turned from being Rock Lee into Rock Leisha, the ghetto girl Rock Lee, N-word Lee, and just all these racial slurs that were happening when all I was trying to do was enjoy, my cosplay. Rock Lee's one of my favorite characters, and I was super excited to cosplay him for the first time because I never knew anything about cosplay, and I just thought that it was just something that you did on Halloween where you just dressed up. So I was fairly new to what the cosplay scene was supposed to be about. Luckily, none of this stuff ever happens in person, before COVID, obviously. When it came to conventions, I've never had a situation where I had somebody come and say racial things to me in person. It's always been praise and love. And I've noticed a lot of times that the people that like to critique or say these racial and offensive things are people that don't even cosplay themselves, or they're just flat out racist. One of the two. It's crazy because here I am thinking that it's just my experience, and I had a huge wake up call pretty early. Like as soon as I told people about the situation, other seasoned cosplayers were telling me that it's actually the norm. And black women, black female cosplayers, black nerds in general, just black female nerds in general, it's just so hard to enjoy a fandom without being criticized for it. But staying on focus for just cosplay, because we're going to talk about that other stuff in another video. I'm not the only one with this experience, and I feel like nobody's realizing that is a problem, that this is a serious problem. So I asked a couple of my good cosplay friends, cospals as I like to call them, to give us their experience and hear some of their experiences.
Hey, Cutie Pie Sensei here.
Hi, my name is Jay.
My name is Tiffany, also known as Ms. Skittles TR_cosplay.
I'm a cosplayer who uses natural and textured hairstyles for most of my cosplays, and it's because of this that I've experienced quite a bit of discrimination and racism, mainly in online communities and in spaces.
So when it comes to my personal experience with racism and cosplay, it's definitely very prevalent, even more so like now than it used to be. When I first started, the community was really positive, and I think it's because the people who were seeing me and who were around me were just more likely to be people who supported me. But as time goes on, and as other people who aren't necessarily the most supportive of you start seeing your work, the racist comments come in.
As a POC cosplayer, many of us have received very derogatory comments, threats, just not so nice things being said, and that's just to put it lightly.
Every single thing I post, every single photo, I will get at least one, usually a couple more, but I always get at least one either racist comment or just something just like, oh, you're culturally appropriating white culture. Like, it'll be a white person that'll be like, oh, what if I dressed up as Black Panther, or the N-word, or several types of monkey emojis, puke emojis, like all sorts of stuff like that.
I have received comments via social media related to my cosplays when I am not when I'm cosplaying a character that is not of color. I have been called things like Nigamaru for Orishimaru, which was a makeup cosplay I've done. I've been asked, why I cosplay characters that are not darker skinned, such as Android 17 and 18.
I could do a cosplay as close to accurate as I wanted to. Pretty spot on for a character, and just because there's a kink, a coil, a curl in the hair, people will tear it apart, like just completely discredit the entire thing. So
I feel like there's this constant thing where, at least me personally, again, when I talk about racism in cosplay, like publicly, I've had multiple people say, oh, you're making it political, everything isn't about race, some people just like what they like, yada, yada, yada. But if every time I post, I'm constantly being told, oh, you're the Black version of this character, or you're wrong, and that kind of thing, over something that's literally just a hobby and something I enjoy. If race keeps getting brought up, not by me, but by people who aren't Black, that means that racism clearly is the problem, and I'm not just making it up, and I'm not playing a race card or something like that. So
I'm just here to let you guys know that it's not okay. And it does affect us. Some of you are doing it maliciously and you don't care, and then there are some of you are not aware of your microaggressions and suggesting these characters, not to make us feel bad, but it is important for you to know that cosplay is not about accuracy or nationality or race. It is about an individual embodying character they love and cosplaying that character their way.
I firmly believe in cosplaying your way, and I'm going to continue to do so.
So while your support is amazing and it does matter, negative comments, racist comments are not acceptable, and they will never be acceptable. And I encourage my fellow POC cosplayers to continue to cosplay your way, and do not let racist or systemic racism deter you and dim your light as a cosplayer in this community.
So as you can see, you can be the biggest cosplayer or a beginner cosplayer or somebody that's trying to establish cosplay as a business, and everybody's experience is the same, and it just gets worse and worse and worse the more popular you get within your own community, because that means the outside world is seeing you more, and it just has trolls and people that are just super disrespectful coming and criticizing you. It was one situation where a girl posted her first cosplay on Twitter as Nezuko, as you see right here. And it was her first time cosplaying ever. And again, her situation was like mine, where when she posted her cosplay, she was met with racial slurs. She was called Nezuko Keisha, which for some reason, anytime a Black female cosplayer posts a cosplay where the character is not black, we gotta add Keisha at the end, which is stupid. She was told multiple times that Nezuko isn't black. She's white. She's not white. She's Japanese. She had the worst experience ever. And it got to the point where other people that want to cosplay are scared to cosplay because of what the society is going to say. And it's just disgusting. It's so disgusting. I think that we need to do a better job as far as making it normal for black cosplayers to be able to cosplay in comfort without being criticized for them cosplaying. I would say that it is at least a little bit better compared to when I started cosplaying, because it seems like as soon as someone does say those types of comments, a massive amount of people that's going to shut it down, whatever that person is saying, they get shut down pretty fast. Compared to when I first started cosplaying, you pretty much had to defend yourself. So I will say is that we are growing. We are getting better when it comes to trying to make sure that those people know their place when it comes to that type of comments and kind of like shutting them down. But we still have a long way to go. And my solution is cosplay more, guys. Don't be scared to cosplay. Regardless of what situation you've had, and unfortunately I have to say that it is common for this situation to happen. If you are passionate about cosplaying, regardless of what happens, continue to cosplay. Your cosplay is beautiful. You worked hard on it. It's a reason why you enjoy and embrace that character that you are dressing up as. Continue to do what it is that you have to do in order to make yourself happy. These phenomenal women have started from scratch just like me, and they kept going. They've embraced the cosplay. They are respected in the fields of what they do. They are craftsmen. They are people that know how to sew and do amazing elaborate cosplays, and they kept going regardless of their situation. They're still cosplaying because they enjoy it. Their love for cosplay is much stronger than the hate that they get from people that don't matter. So if you ever feel like you're scared or you don't want to do it because you're scared of what society thinks, who cares? Society's gonna be messed up. It is. It's just the truth. It's the hard truth. But you should continue doing what it is that you want to do because you enjoy it. I love cosplaying. I don't care what race, what color, what size. I don't care what character I'm cosplaying. I'm going to cosplay them regardless. I feel like I've gotten a tougher skin compared to when I first started cosplaying. I've been told that when I cosplayed Maka, my legs were too thick. And I don't know how you can slim your legs down when it comes to that. I've been called, like I said, Rakisha. For some reason, anytime I'm gender bending a cosplay, they want to add Keisha at the end, which is considered a racial slur in a way, guys. You don't want to. If you see that, just delete, block, and just keep it moving. Don't see it as a compliment. Some people think it's a compliment. It's not. It's been plenty of times where women cosplay or even Halloween costumes, and they've been called something Keisha or the ghetto version of whatever they're cosplaying. And if you're black and you're doing this, stop it, please. It's not funny. It's not creative. And you're giving the racist people more ammo to throw at black women and black men, because they do get criticized for being a ghetto version of whatever they cosplay, especially if they're wearing their afro or their locks or any type of showing of their hair that's not the actual cosplay. So I really want to make this video because it's very important that I get this out the way before I start a more happy-go-lucky type series of what it is that you need as a cosplayer. I want to get this message across that this page is a Black Lives Matters page, Black Cosplays Matters page, and we support that anyone can cosplay no matter who you are. Cosplay is for everyone, including the black community. So please do not scrutinize, antagonize, or disrespect us for something that we consider as a hobby or that we love, or even if we're trying to make this our job or profession. Because at the end of the day, if it's something that you loved and you enjoyed and you had a passion for and somebody's constantly raining down on your parade, you would be upset too. So that's all I have to say about that. I'll see you guys in the next one. This would be one of the more serious type videos because it's something that I need to get off my chest before I start evolving this YouTube page. I need people to know from the get-go. I'm not going to wait till later on till a situation happens in order to speak my piece. This is the timestamp right here. This is the timestamp. So yeah, I'm sorry that this video isn't really, you know, a happy ending, but it is what it is. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.